coming to our last speaker of this afternoon session, and it's Mirian Yadira Molina de Cruz, and she's coming from the Fundación MaderaVerde, and her paper deals with the communication, forest management, a direct market strategy for a triple bottom line. It's also pre-recorded, but you are here, and I hope this will work. So welcome to the...
Hi, this presentation summarizes how our Honduran nonprofit organization, Fundación MaderaVerde, has worked closely with Greenwood, its U.S. partner. For more than 15 years, Greenwood and MaderaVerde have worked together, contributing to the livelihoods of rural families in Honduras by promoting self-sufficiency and responsible forest management, increasing the competitiveness of forest enterprises, and creating successful businesses. My name is Yadira Molina, and I am a forestry technician, graduated in 1989. So I've been working in Honduras for more than 25 years in the forestry sector with community forests and its community forestry enterprises. Talking a little bit about Honduras, it is a small country in the center of America. It has about 8.6 million people. It is important to emphasize, as you may know, that the Honduran forestry sector is affected by an extremely challenging political, economic, and social context. The greatest obstacle to sustainable forest management in Honduras remains its weak governance. Talking about the forest, Honduras has a total forest cover of 6.3 million hectares, according to the Honduran Forest Service. 25% or more of these forests correspond to broadleaf forests, and 70% and a little bit more correspond to coniferous forests. The communities we have been worked with lives in the broadleaf forest. About our history, MaderaVerde history goes back to 1993, when a small project supported by the Woodworkers Alliance for Rainforest Protection established in Honduras and then became Greenwood in the United States. Then Greenwood helped to establish Fundación MaderaVerde in 2004. Since then, both organizations, Honduras, MaderaVerde, and Greenwood in the United States, have been working together in partnership with communities in the north coast of Honduras. MaderaVerde approach to forest management is community-based and participatory in nature. It is developed through a complementary integrated process that includes responsible forest management, training in artisanal production, and the marketing of timber and non-timber products. For more than 15 years, Greenwood and MaderaVerde have made a long-term investment in building human capacities for forest management and the production of a wide range of wood products. As we mentioned, the Honduran forestry sector operates in an extremely challenging political, economic, and social environment. This makes it very difficult for the small rural forestry enterprises we support to survive. That's why we were invited by the Honduran government to participate in the Voluntary Partnership Agreement, VPA, as a requirement to be part of the forest law enforcement, governance, and trade flag plan of the European Union as a way, a civil society organization to help communities to go through grassroots advocacy. The communities we work have both primary and secondary forests. which are managed, recognizing that the production and sale of wood products have provided the primary economic incentives for local forest management and protection. Community members are involved in the whole forest management process, from conducting inventories to prepare management plans, performing the harvest, and then regeneration in agroforestry plantations. Our model works with community forestry enterprises. As we said before, they harvest 3 species identified through forest management plans, which are authorized by the Honduran Forest Service, which is the Instituto Nacional de Conservación Forestal, ICF. That way, year after year, these community forestry enterprises have fulfilled their forest management objectives through their productive activities, consecutively implementing their annual management and operational plan for more than 16,000 hectares of forest under the IUFRO plans or contracts approved by the ICF. All of these are based on the social forest management system of Honduras, and it adjusted as necessary to comply with the government technical and administrative norms and resolutions, which could include the following: the low impact, high efficiency harvest techniques, directional filling, sawmilling with guided chainsaws, water and animal transportation, all of these to collaborate with management authorities helps promote data sharing and more effective navigation through complex and confusing regulations. That way, positive relationship with authorities help us to lead to more effective governance where it is most lacking. These systems recognize the important role of local communities in protecting and caring for nature while creating productive social and environmental benefits. Indeed, these communities represent the primary bastion and our best hope to prevent complete forest destruction in our region. The greatest obstacles to sustainable forest management, as we say in our country, remains is weak governance. So that's why we collaborate closely with authorities and institutional stakeholders to enforce environmental laws and support legal forest enterprise with a small producer in several protected areas, as well as traditional and indigenous communities. One of these is the Rio Plátano Biosphere Reserve, which was designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1982. Our model had benefited communities, making them able to work in alliance with other groups and institutions to establish several social projects, such as drinking water projects, micro hydroelectricity, and other infrastructure, such as satellite traceability system and other initiatives. That way, all profits are invested in future harvests and community development projects that have helped people to understand the relationship between trees, forests, life, and the most important, the relationship between forests and the food they keep in the refrigerators. With the profit also, the forestry enterprise communities have been able to purchase forestry equipment, community forestry protection, do silvicultural practices such as diagnostic sampling, permanent plots, and reforestation. That way, in 2013, 2 of the communities were able to establish 2 micro hydroelectricity plants for about 15 to 20 kilowatts for 40 homes. These both costs around $115,000, where the communities contribute with about $35,000 US. Presently, we are promoting new opportunities for restoration, forestry, and carbon sequestration, establishing plantations. All of this is motivated by the ongoing conversion of forests to agriculture and cattle ranching, and the growing threat of global climate change and rampant loss of biodiversity. We already start with about 25 acres or 10 hectares. Community forest management also represents for us an important opportunity to engage youth and provide alternatives for them to remain in their communities so they don't have to migrate anywhere. We believe our highly collaborative process can harness the enormous potential of our natural resources, delivering benefits to more resilient communities, meeting the long-term and urgent social, environment, and economic needs of our country. Last but not least, we need to emphasize on the transparency. Transparency is the key of our community forest management, and it helps to build local capacity for empowerment and self-sufficiency in every member of the community. We establish transparent, equitable, and accessible financial relationships with our community partners. They are informed of every investment before they engage in any initiative, and we sign an agreement with them. And then we can check that agreement every certain period of time. So we understand the future of our model depends on governance, not only from our government, but also from our organizations, the ones that we help, especially in Honduras, where the rule of law has always been fragile, and it is disintegrating even faster since the 2009 coup, under the pressure of corruption and drug trafficking. That's why we need more support for these successful conservation efforts. Thank you. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer.
Thank you very much. Even this presentation was interrupted. It gave a very interesting view on this initiative to give the management of the forest in the local people's hands. And yes, I would like to ask the audience if there are some questions from the audience.
You were able to understand, or you were?
Yeah, hello.
Please.
The question, I would look at the chat. You have now the possibility to ask in live.
There is one question, I guess, on chat, but I don't understand it.
No, thank you. Then thank you very much for this presentation. It was really interesting. And yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you.
There's a question. No?
Oh, there is a question. Okay.
No.
No, it's
no
not.
question. So
okay, thank you anyway.
Thank you very much.
Thank
it was
you.
really
okay.
very interesting, and thank you very much.
It was just a goodbye.
Yes. So I will hand over the moderation to the next topic, which will be the challenge of sustainability, and is very well after this session. So I would like to thank all the presenters for their really impressive and interesting presentations. And even there were some technical problems. It was really a session of education and concerning the children and the adults, but also the different products which are nearly forgotten, but which are worth to recall and to make use of this valuable knowledge. Thank you very much, all the presenters, for their contributions.